Unsigned518. For this very special episode, I am here with Kayla Eck. Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic. We want to talk about Nightmare Expo, which is coming up in like less than 2 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
we're exactly at 12 days.
God, it feels so like it feels like I've been looking forward to it since Nightmare Market, and then I got kind of talking to you about that, and then you asked me to be involved in the Nightmare Expo, and we'll get into that later. And then there's so much, but basically, I want to start with you and just tell everybody like what the expo's all about, how they can get tickets, all that, and then we'll go from there.
So I think the biggest way to start is the kind of difference between the Nightmare Market and the Nightmare Expo, because there seems to be people kind of misconstruing that they're kind of the same thing. They are in terms of like what we're offering, but at the same time, it's kind of like a level up from the market. So the market really focuses on local businesses, local artisans. It's giving new creators a platform that they fit into in the alternative space, while the expo is more like an industry showcase. So we're really diving into people who have like established themselves in their brands, or they've perfected their skills in taxidermy. These are people that do this for a living, and they travel all over the country to sell their wares, or like you, a podcaster, an interviewer who does this weekly. These are just people that deserve to be kind of put on a platform at Proctor's, which is a wonderful, prestigious venue that we're honored to work with. But that's kind of what we're bringing to Schenectady. Is this isn't just local people. These are people from all over the country, or all over different platforms and media as well, coming to show what they have and what they have to offer to Schenectady during the Nightmare Expo.
And like I don't want to use the word TED Talk, but like it's almost like with the people that are coming, it's people with knowledge. Like it's I don't know, hard to I guess put a finger on it, but like the people that you have chosen that are coming, I've done like a dive into a lot of them, are people that bring something other than just something to sell. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Like they bring an
So a
experience.
really,
Just meeting them is an experience type of people. Like Bora
yeah.
from Salem, for instance. Like I am so excited
Oh,
to see Bora
they're
in
phenomenal.
Schenectady, because I've seen them in Salem several times.
So a big thing that I wanted to make sure that is coming across to everybody about the Expo too is, we're not the only alternative expo. There's other expos that sell oddities and curiosities and stuff like that. But where we're kind of separating ourselves apart is that the guests that are there, we're also putting a highlight on the internet side of things, like where people are in the true crime space, paranormal investigators, podcasters, underground media, music. So it's more than just celebrating the alternative that I feel like most people think of: bones, teeth, things like that.
Right.
It's not just that. There's so much more to that alternative umbrella. So the expo is really putting a spotlight. And I love that you said, I don't want to say TikTok, but it's still very accurate. Like we are highlighting an internet influence side to this. And Bara, a lot of people, why we chose to select them, they are so much more than a street performer. I think a lot of people don't know that Bara is actually a nonprofit, and all of their tips and everything that they get from their performances and just, walking the streets of Salem, they actually give back to children's charities.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So
And I also
yeah,
found
a
out
lot
that
of
I was
people,
pronouncing their name wrong. I always
oh,
said
I have
Bora.
to, I've been saying Bara, Bora. It kind of goes back and forth.
Oh, good.
Um, Yeah, don't worry about it. Everybody says it a different way, but there's so much more to these people that are, I guess, internet famous. And I know a lot of people have said, "Well, this is a character," versus like some of our guests, like Stephanie, are actual people. I was like, they're a character, but there's a real person behind that
Right.
costume, and they live a very different life than most people, which is where I would put them into the alternative umbrella, you know.
Yeah, because that has to take up time, like you can't just casually do that, like that, to have that presence and to have that output of charity and organization and scheduling and appearances, and like, it's not just a, oh well, I'll do this. Like it takes a level of commitment that isn't for everybody, which is awesome.
Yeah, I give them a lot of credit. We were talking about because all the planning for the expo happened over the summer, and they do this full costume in the summer too. I feel like it's a different demon to face when you're doing it in the fall and it's a little cooler. But
Right.
being a witch with that whole outfit on, running around the streets of Salem in the summer, I know for a fact that that has to get tiring.
Yeah.
But just as much as Barack, they they just have so much passion and dedication for what they're doing, just like the vendors do, just like the instructors for the classes do. And that's just kind of what we're trying to highlight here. Not that the market doesn't do that, but I like to think that the market is more like a festival setting, where there's more like, I guess, flashy things for your eyes to look at. There's
Right.
still flashy things at the expo, but we're really bringing people there to educate them. And if there's people that are curious about certain things or certain topics, this would be the event to attend to speak to those people directly in that world or industry.
Yeah, and I guess speaking of talking to people directly, I'll kind of roll into, I guess, my involvement in it. Is you asked me, I guess it was a couple months ago at this point, to interview and kind of host the Q&A portion of Stephanie Harlow. And for those that don't know, she's the co-host of Crime Weekly, and I've been binging Crime Weekly so much, because obviously I don't do research. I like to keep it casual, but I'm like, oh, I'll see their content, and that show is fucking phenomenal. Like
Oh, it's
I
addicting.
really love that podcast, and I love the dichotomy of like Stephanie's like heavily researched topics, and then bringing it to Derek, who has the law enforcement background but doesn't have necessarily prior knowledge of the case. It's a really cool, I don't know, it's a really cool formula, so I'm excited to talk to her, and that's, I don't know, I appreciate
Well,
the opportunity.
oh no, we're excited too. So I think I was really particular. I had a couple people kind of found out that Stephanie was going to be there, ask if they could be involved. And Stephanie is the type of person, and I'm sure you can pick this up too, from her Crime Weekly shows. She's very intellectual and factual, and she's no bullshit.
Yeah.
Can I swear on here?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. But I love that you said like the contrast of Derek, who is, I like to think more um, off the rip, a little bit more goofy and fun,
For
and he's
sure.
kind of going through like his thought process, like live while they're filming, right? So I really wanted somebody that could balance out like her analytical, intellectual nature. And you have a way of interviewing people that's just very casual and fun. It's like a conversation between the minds. It's not too serious. And I
Right.
feel like that's where her content really thrives, is because it's really just a intellectual conversation, you know?
Yeah, and
Um, so
with me, like I like to let the subject control the interview, which I think is what makes my style a little bit different than some. Is that I let the guest take the conversation where it goes, and I just kind of react to that and keep it, within the lines. But and I think that'll work with her style because she definitely, like you said, has the facts and has the confidence and is
yes.
delivering the story. And there's no fucking chance that I'm gonna match wits with her. You know what I mean? So I'm
Oh,
just gonna
it's I
let her
love
do her
that you
thing.
said that because some of the there was one other person we were talking to, and I wasn't too sure if they were the right fit quite yet, right? And they said to me, their exact words were, "You're gonna make me match in wit to Stephanie Harlow." And I'm like, "Is that the intimidating part? Is she is witty, and she is
Yeah.
like on the fly, and she will contradict a fact or something. She's never opposed to thinking about something curiously and like getting into like the conspiracy side of things too, which I'm sure you've heard on Crime Weekly, her allegedly "don't come for me" quote, which is her big thing.
Right.
Um, But yeah, I just wanted this to be, first of all, a very intimate setting where it's like she's just having a casual conversation with you. And the fans can also ask her directly to her face these questions. And if there's any opportunity for them, like if they didn't get the exact answer they wanted, they have that platform to say, well, I actually meant this, or what do you think about this side of it? And I just feel like you're going to be a really good voice to facilitate those conversations because you're used to it. You do it every week with people,
Right.
and I just really appreciate that you want to be part of this, and thank you for this is our debut YouTuber, right? So I'm really appreciative of you wanting to do this because I'm such a fan of hers. I think I'd choke up right away.
Well, yeah, it was funny because I had, when you asked me to do it, I was not familiar with her at all. And then as I've got, that for me, that almost kind of worked because like there was no preconceived nerves. And now as I'm listening to her and she's become a little bit of a celebrity in my eyes, like it's almost like it was so gradual that I'm still going to be, it'll be fine. You know what I mean? But I think if I had listened to as much Crime Weekly as I have in the last 2 months before you asked me, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, I'd be too nervous, But
Oh,
it,
trust me,
it was gradual.
I was nervous getting on the phone with her just to discuss the expo, but I've been watching her for 10 years now
Oh
and
wow!
watching her platform grow. And she's one of those people. She has like almost 1 million followers on YouTube, and she's rare in the sense that her followers are not like just like willy-nilly YouTube people following every account. These are dedicated followers that
Mm-hmm.
like they follow what she's doing, the brand she works with, what awards she's had. And I think I really appreciate that about her too, is that the connection she builds with her audience is 100% authentic. Um, it's tried and true. These are people that know her parasocially very well, and
Right.
this is just a platform for them to get to know her a little bit more on a personal level, and more importantly, meet her face to face.
Right. And I feel like
So,
her style, like the way she does it, is very authentic and honest. And if someone's trying to put on a character that you can't, it's very hard to keep that up all the time. Like that character will break, and if people are listening, they'll notice, like, oh wait, that's like maybe she's not being authentic, but she's very true, and it seems very authentic, just to and unapologetically so, which I again fucking dig. So I'm super excited to talk to her, and I think it'll be a hit.
oh, I think so too. I'm so excited. I'm also glad that we're doing this segment kind of not first thing in the day because the expo starts at 10, but this is 12 noon. So people who are buying the extra tickets to watch this conversation and meet her, it's like how they start their day. You know what I mean? It just means the world that this is happening, especially on main stage at Proctor's. But it's exciting. This is our debut YouTuber. I can only imagine the opportunities we're going to have to either work with people that know Stephanie
Right.
or other YouTubers in the future. And I really like what you just said too about she doesn't play a character. She has, because this is a very sensitive subject. True crime does involve real people. I think sometimes the internet forgets that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she does have a way of being very factual and straightforward because there is other channels, so to speak, that characterize themselves or try to make it light humored,
Right. And I mean, even a
and
lot of the stuff that I listen to uses like that dark humor to kind of help that uncomfortable information go down. But sometimes it's just like, there shouldn't be humor anywhere near some of these subjects for any
yeah.
reason.
And I think that's also why I like Stephanie, because she'll be like, okay, here's the facts. This guy burnt his house with his kids in it, and that's messed up. Like, she's not
Right.
gonna try to like make a joke. She's like, no, he's fucked up.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that about her, and
Me too.
I'm yeah.
And then the other thing that I wanted to mention, I guess that's in my involvement that I'm excited about, is you've given me the opportunity to screen a horror movie that we made this summer, and I'm excited and super super nervous about that. Like that, I'm nervous about. Like like showing the
Oh,
movie, but yeah,
I wouldn't be. I think it's the perfect So there's a lot going on right off the first few hours of the expo. So we knew that we wanted something right around like lunchtime, after lunch. People just got food from the food truck. They're going to want to sit down, relax a little bit before they go to the afternoon show. Um, I knew I wanted some sort of screening. And I didn't want it to be like another movie that everybody's seen.
Right.
I feel like everybody that's going to the expo knows all like the major classic horror films and stuff like that. So when you have this idea, I was like, well, that fits that void where people are, a little tired. They're just waiting for time to go by. They need something to do. And the fact that you wrote the story, it was, locally produced and filmed. It's people who are actually in the film can actually come and watch people's reaction to it. I
Oh
think is
yeah,
a really
yeah.
fun
Most
thing.
most of the
Yeah.
cast is going to be there. Like,
Oh, very
and
cool.
they're all just going to be hanging out. And I kind of wanted it to like you said, how it'll be loud and it'll be in the concourse. Like I wanted to create something where people don't feel like they necessarily have to just sit and pay apt attention for the entire hour. Like because that's a lot to ask in the middle of the day, and so that's why. I figure I'll let everybody know that the cast will be there too. So, like, hey, if you want to walk up and ask somebody something, while the movie's playing, like feel free, like I want it to
Yeah.
be very casual. And nobody's seen like outside of the people that were in it, nobody's seen the movie, and we're still seeking distribution for it. So like
Oh, very
it
cool.
won't there's not even a release date anywhere on the horizon. So like this is literally
Oh, so
just
we're
like a
like
yeah, the
we're the debut.
oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yep, and it'll be
Very, very
the
cool.
one time, and then who knows when it'll be out. Like we're trying, or when I say we, like Frank, who is the director and producer and the editor and all that, but he's looking for distribution. So and he's had success in the past. This is like his sixth film, I think, that he's made,
Oh, very cool.
and they've all gotten distribution in one way or another. So I think it'll
Well,
be available somewhere eventually.
it's also exciting so like I said, the expo is more of the educational side. We attract a lot of, even though I'm a millennial, we do attract a lot of like the Gen Z crowd, 20-year-olds still in college. They're, dabbling into, discovering who they are as an adult. And a lot of them are trying to professionally figure out where they fit in. I do like to think of everything that we've curated for the expo, including your film, Frank's work, and everything like that. We're making sure that the younger audience that does come to our events is seeing like, hey, these are seasoned professionals. This is what they do in their spare time. These are their friends that were in the film that just came together as creative hive
Yeah.
minds and made this beautiful thing. We're just trying to show them that like you don't have to be I guess a big player in an industry to start somewhere, and often enough the smaller indie projects are what make it, big time or have a fan following and stuff like that. So it's cool for me, because I kind of patrol the events. I'm walking constantly.
Right.
It's fun for me to see who stops and talks to you guys about it, or who's really, you're going to have some people who sit there for the entire film,
Yeah, I love that.
so, so it's very cool, just to have you guys there and the whole cast there and to get people's reactions to it. And I thank you too for throwing it out there that, hey, this is something I want to do if you guys have the space for it, because you literally answered a question that or a void, I should say, that we were trying to fill. So thank you.
Yeah, and it was so funny because when I asked you, I was literally like, in my head, I'm like, this is the dumbest shit. There's no possible chance they're going to be like, oh, yeah, sure, come show your horror movie. And I was like, yeah, and you're like, oh, that'd be great. And I was like, what? And then I was like, all right, now I got to figure out how to do. But I've got my one of my best friends growing up is an audio engineer, and he's like Mr. Sound Guy and has the best sound system that I've ever seen, and he's going to be doing the sound for it. So,
Oh, very
and
cool.
he
Awesome.
volunteered to come out, and so it's going to sound really good and look really good. I've run the movie like, and just to make sure that there were no hiccups, I downloaded it onto a hard drive, a solid state hard drive, and am running it through a VLC player, so there's no need for buffering. I don't even need fucking internet. Like I can,
Oh, that's sick.
all I need is power, and that's it. So no hiccups there. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? I should mention too that you guys are right near some food vendors and right by the Proctor's open bar. So when
Ah,
people do go to watch your screening, if they want a little snack or a light beverage, they are more
perfect.
than welcome.
We'll
But yeah, we're
encourage people
trying.
if they want a snack or beverage. We'll be like, hey, we know the perfect place to sit down and eat them. Come watch our movie.
But yeah, there's a lot going on during the expo, and it's amazing. I'm directing it, and there's a lot of like, strings I'm holding on to and making sure that everything's working smoothly and everything. But this really is a collaborative effort. All the vendors, everybody who's exhibiting a piece of art. I create a lot of the graphics and marketing and promotion, but what's actually there the day of is so many other people. So if anybody takes anything from my description of the expo, please read things, make sure if someone's talking about what they're doing that you're listening. Read up on the schedule, look up these people on Instagram, and do not be afraid. This is the space to ask questions, especially hard ones, maybe difficult ones.
Right.
I just had to explain to someone recently that the rats in the taxidermy class don't actually have blood, it's more like juice, and they had a lot of questions about that. So,
You're like, not really blood
you
per
know,
se.
yeah, I was like, it's more like juice,
Like
rat juice, and they were
myoglobin
they
and
yeah. But they were afraid to ask me that question out of fear, I guess, of feeling silly. And I was like, no, there's anybody to ask, it would be
right.
me. And even more so, you'll get a better description, a more educational description the day of by the instructor, you know?
Yeah, and I'm so excited to talk to people. Like I'm excited to be there like as a participant, and I'm excited to be there as just like a fan. Like, on both sides of it. I'm just so excited. Like I'll be there every minute that I'm allowed to be. You'll have to be scurrying me out at the end. Be like, get out of here. It's over.
Well, I know there's a handful of people that get press badges. You're one of them, that get to see everything kind of behind the scenes. So you get to kind of go up. Well, you have a dressing room, but you get to
Yes.
go up near the dressing rooms. You get to see performances from backstage if you want to. You can sit in the audience. But I will mostly be backstage. But I am actually a lot more relaxed about this than the market, because the market, it's outside, lots of
Right.
people moving around. So I'm running the entire time. I barely have time to say hi to anybody. But this is a whole production. The team at Proctor's, I was talking to them earlier today. They're very much involved with every aspect of the expo. So it's exciting for us to kind of not only watch things from an audience point of view, but we get to see like a big production team take our crazy ideas and put them on a big stage. And that's very, very rewarding, and I'm very excited to see. The expo is only going to grow every time we have one, right? So I feel very I guess proud of everybody that's involved. Like, this is all of our baby, it's not just mine. And I'm excited to see what's to come from it.
Yeah, I am so excited. So I guess one last time before we go, if you want to let people know where they can get tickets, I mean, I'm assuming they can still get them day of, but it's probably best to
Oh
get them
yeah.
ahead of time.
Yeah, so right now early bird price is $12 a ticket. You can get it until January 6th, which is tomorrow. After the 6th, the price goes up to $15, and you can go to our website, thenightmaremarket.com, click on the expo logo, go to the tickets tab, and it will direct you from there to the Proctor's website. But if you have any difficulty, you can still buy them the day of at the door.
Nice. Awesome. Well, Kayla, thank you so much for taking time at I know super busy schedule to even talk to me over the phone. It was I appreciate that, and I'm so excited. I can't believe it's 2 weeks away. Like
I
it
know.
seemed like this. Like since you asked me, it has seemed like this. I'll get to it after the holidays. I'm like, oh, I need to prepare for the Nightmare Expo, but I can wait until after the holidays and then make that my focus. And I'm like, fuck, it's like way after the holidays, and like here it comes. So I'm so excited to show people the movie, so excited to host the Q&A and meet Stephanie and just see everything. See my buddy Agony the Clown. I'm so excited to see him again.
Oh yeah, he's actually putting on a display as well. We haven't told too many people, but if you're coming, this might be a good little blurb to put in here.
Yeah.
If you're coming off of or is it Clinton Street? It's the parking lot entrance of Proctor's. If that's how you come into the expo day of, the first thing you're going to see upon giving your ticket information is a display by Agony the Clown. Everything in that display he has made by hand.
Yeah.
Nothing is bought, nothing is rented. So if you see Agony walking around and you see the display, make sure to tell him, like, great handiwork. It looks awesome. It's meant to scare people. He's got some like horror icons in there. I'm very excited to see it all set up. But he's been a big part of our markets too, which is very cool to see the well, I was going to say parasocial relationship, but there's actually people that come to the market that are asking me where he is. And I'm like, he's roaming. You got to find him.
Yeah, like
which is cool.
He's it's such a talent. Like the things that he makes is just unbelievable. I mean, and even the whole Agony look like is I mean beyond Hollywood quality as far as I'm concerned, because Hollywood would just put a green mask on him and then like digitize something or whatever, But yeah, he's so talented.
Incredible work.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, cool. Is there anything you want to add before we get out of here?
I guess, can I say a thank you even though the expo hasn't happened?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, it's me behind every email and every post, but there is a large team at Proctor's and a very talented team of individuals locally that I've worked with. I want to give a big thank you to Liv, who's helped us with a lot of our creative news material for the expo. I want to give a big thank you to Ben and Ron, who have been photographing all of our events, but they're going to be there the day of the expo. And they've been given like a list from me, so I just appreciate their time and skill. There's so many hands involved in this expo. If you have time on the 17th, even if it's only for a few hours, it's worth it. And to look at our event schedule online. But yeah, big thank you to everybody involved. If you're hearing this, I appreciate it a lot.
Hell yeah. And I will definitely see you. Well, I'll see you the day of or the day before to get everything set up, and I'm actually excited for that as well. Like, just to hit the ground running and get everything going. But yeah, so I will see you at the expo. Kayla Eck, I want to thank you again so much for taking time out of your day to do this, and thank you for everything that you do for the oddities and alternative and just fucking spooky community.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm just a fan of all of this like everybody else. So I guess thank you for the thank you, but there's so many other creative people involved, so thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you then. So she is Kayla Eck. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518. And I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you'd like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening, or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.